Bambi B walked into the downtown Atlanta lounge like she was stepping into a fight she'd already prepared for. No makeup crew, no fake grin for the cameras, just a sleek black outfit, hair pulled back tight, and eyes so cold they could freeze the air. This wasn't some VH1 reunion with an audience cheering on drama. This was personal. She took the seat in the middle of the empty VIP section, phone face down, nails tapping on the table, while the faint noise of the restaurant outside seeped through the door. She wasn't here to make peace. She wanted answers. And if she didn't get them, she was ready to leave with more anger than she came with. A few minutes later, the door opened, and Erica Dixon walked in like she was posing for a magazine cover. Soft pastel dress hugging her frame, hair curled perfectly, lip gloss shining under the lights. She didn't look worried or cautious. She looked like she was here to win. They skipped the greeting. Bambi simply motioned toward the chair. Erica sat down slowly, crossing her legs with intention. For a moment, they just stared at each other, the silence thick with months of accusations and behind-the-scenes tension. Bambi leaned forward, her voice sharp and quiet. "So this is where you pretend you didn't know?" Erica didn't hesitate. "No, this is where you stop blaming me for your husband playing you." Her smirk was pure provocation. Bambi let out a short, humorless laugh. "Sweetheart, he wasn't just my husband. He was our business partner. Don't think I didn't notice you cashing checks while I held everything together." Erica leaned in too, her voice calm but dangerous. "Don't flatter yourself. You were the side story. I was the real one." The words hit hard, but Bambi stayed seated. She pulled out her phone and played an audio clip. Scrappy's voice, unfiltered, saying, "Smile for the cameras while Bam's falling apart. Makes better TV." His laugh on the recording turned the air electric. Erica's smile slipped for a second, but she quickly recovered, pulling out her own phone. "Cute. Wanna hear mine?" With a swipe, her device played Bambi's voice saying, "Erica's dumb enough to think this is love. Let her play her part." They both realized in that moment they'd been secretly collecting dirt on each other for years. What they didn't know was that in the corner— "Say my name again?" Erica didn't blink. "Bam," she said, stretching it out like a dare. Bambi straightened, fists curling, ready to move. Tasha, miles away, grinned into her wine glass, knowing she had gold. Bambi's voice cut through the silence. "You've been smiling in my face, acting like we were working through things, while you were running plays behind my back." Erica tapped her glass slowly. "Don't rewrite history. You knew exactly what it was. You wanted camera time. I was fighting for my family." Bambi's laugh was sharp. "Family? He's just your kid's father, not your savior. And you were his cover. I was his future, until you came begging for scraps." That word made Erica sit up straighter, her tone turning ice cold. "You talk bold for someone who had to cry on TV just to get a storyline." Bambi smirked. "At least I didn't marry him for a paycheck and pity." The snap was instant. Erica slammed her hand on the table, glasses rattling. "Say that again?" Bambi didn't. She said worse. "You were the biggest scam in his life, and the fact you still act innocent proves you're faker than the checks he wrote you." Erica's smirk vanished. She stood abruptly, chair scraping. The assistant froze as the room shifted from tense to explosive. Bambi moved fast, grabbing a fistful of Erica's hair and yanking her head back. Erica let out a scream mixed with a curse. "Get your hands off me!" Bambi's voice was venom. "Talk about my marriage again, and you won't talk at all." They stumbled into the table, knocking over a glass that shattered on the floor. Erica shoved back hard, breaking free, but Bambi was already pushing her into the wall, rattling a picture frame. The assistant's phone shook as Tasha's viewers flooded the chat, half yelling, "Let them fight!" and the rest screaming, "Call security!" The door burst open. 2 guards grabbed Bambi, but she kept shouting, "Tell them, Erica! Tell them how you were counting money while I was defending him." Erica, breathing hard, smoothed her hair with trembling hands. You're mad at me for surviving something you couldn't handle. Don't take your loss out on me. Bambi tried to break free. This isn't over. You think it's over? Instantly. Some swore Erica swung first. Others claimed Bambi had been waiting for any excuse. Fans were already calling it better than the reunion episode. Inside VH1's offices, the crisis team sat in a locked conference room replaying the clip on loop. One executive slammed their pen on the table. If this leaks, we'll have to cut it from the season, or risk both of them pressing charges. Another shook their head. Too late. Tasha's got it. By morning, it'll be everywhere. But the most dangerous reaction wasn't online. It was sitting in a parked SUV outside the lounge. Scrappy, who'd been told to stay away, had come anyway. He saw Bambi escorted out by security, face flushed, jaw tight. Minutes later, Erica emerged, head high, phone pressed to her ear. He didn't yet know Tasha had the footage, or that an assistant had streamed the whole thing live. But when his phone started blowing up with messages reading, "Check Patreon now," he knew the calm he'd been clinging to was gone. In her car, Bambi was already on the phone with her lawyer. Add her name to the suit, and when you're done, send me the injunction paperwork. VH1 isn't airing that fight without my terms. Across town, Erica was making a different call, to someone named Mendez. You were right, she said into the phone. She's not here to talk. She's here to bury me. Are you still willing to discuss what you told me last month? Neither woman realized they were just pieces in someone else's game. Every fight had an audience, and this one wasn't just watching. They were feeding both sides, and the person pulling the strings was already cutting together part 2. Bambi didn't sleep that night, not because she was replaying the fight. She'd already decided it was justified, but because her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Reporters she'd never spoken to, bloggers she didn't follow, even a former cast member texting, "Girl, I saw the clip. You just went from trending topic to documentary deal." But the biggest message came from her lawyer at 2:14 a.m. VH1 already sold the footage. She sat up in bed, that one sentence burning in her mind. They weren't just airing it, they were building a mid-season episode around it. That meant promos, teasers, reaction interviews. The private fight was about to be turned into a spectacle for profit. She paced the room, heat rising in her chest. If they thought they could spin it with, "Baby, it's already fed." The only question is, do you want to watch the meat without you? Or do you want the check? Erica stayed quiet, but she was listening. By noon, VH1 flew key executives to New York for damage control. Leaked emails were already circulating, including one where a producer allegedly said, "If we get them in the same room, they'll handle the rest." Legal was nervous. PR was panicking. The showrunner was grinning. This is the highest mid-season engagement we've ever had. Cut it into 3 parts. Milk it. Bambi's lawyer sent a cease and desist before lunch. It was ignored. Hours later, VH1 dropped a 30-second promo. Quick cuts of Bambi slamming the table, Erica standing up, glass breaking, and a producer shouting for security. The caption read, "You thought the reunion was wild? You haven't seen anything yet." The internet lost it. While social media roared, Bambi sat in her lawyer's office, sliding a thick envelope across the desk. That's every email, every text, every production note from the last 3 seasons. Find the ones where they told me to sit with her. Find the ones where they said it was off camera. I want this airtight. Her lawyer nodded. If this is what I think, they won't just settle. They'll bleed. Erica, meanwhile, had met with Tasha K in a quiet restaurant. Phones off, voices low. Tasha slid her tablet across the table. On the screen, a new clip, weeks old, Scrappy and a VH1 producer in a parking lot. The words "keep Bam in the dark until we wrap mid-season" could be heard. The audio wasn't perfect, but it was damning. Erica looked up. "You're saying they wanted us to fight?" Tasha smirked. "I'm saying they needed you to." The weight of that settled in. If Erica went public, it wouldn't just hurt Bambi, it would hit VH1. It could flip the narrative entirely. It was a gamble, but a tempting one. By late afternoon, Bambi broke her silence on Instagram. No caption, no context, just a video of her walking into the Fulton County Courthouse in a red power suit, oversized sunglasses, and a stack of folders. The soundtrack, a viral revenge anthem. Comments exploded. She's suing everyone. Red suit means blood. Erica fired back that night, going live from her living room with a cup of tea. Calm, composed, and Erica. Exes, producers, and cast alliances were being dragged in. And somewhere in her home office, Tasha K was finishing what she promised would be the most explosive drop yet. Her teaser read, "They fought over the wrong thing. The real story drops Friday." In reality TV, closure doesn't exist. There's only the next headline, the next betrayal, the next payday. And as the sun rose over Atlanta, one thing was certain. Whatever Bambi and Erica thought they'd ended in that lounge was only the beginning of a war big enough to burn the whole set down.